The People application holds all user profiles and is where users can be viewed on the front end and managed by administrators from the admin side. User profile fields can be created to house information about each user and display on their profiles. Administrators can import this information or set up a sync from an external repository like Okta or Active Directory. People administrators are responsible for the ongoing management of a site's user base, so we'd recommend that they are also made sysadmins of the site and application administrators of the audit log to support their duties. From the admin side, an administrator can see all users and their information. It's here where you can perform various duties, including adding new users, managing which profile fields are shown, and configuring the display settings for people profiles. All user profile data stored in the system can be downloaded to a CSV using the export function. Users can update the information on their profile, or this can be managed by administrators on the people admin side, either manually one by one or en masse using a CSV file. If your site is using a sync, profile fields can be mapped to the external fields to ensure the information is updated using the external source when the sync runs. The admin side area is covered in detail on our e-learning course. User profile fields allow you to display and store specific pieces of information about each user, such as job title, department, location, or start date. To add a new field, go to Admin, People, Profile Fields, and select Add New Profile Field. You can choose from several field types, such as text, drop-down, or date, depending on the type of information being collected. Profile fields can be set as mandatory, optional, or hidden, and can be configured to appear on the front-end user profile if you wish. Their flexibility allows you to tailor the People application to extract data requirements of your organization. This flexibility allows you to tailor the People application to the exact data requirements of your organization. A crucial element to understand is how users are being created on your site. This can be completed manually by creating users in the People application, via a sync, which we have the LDAP tool or the user sync module to facilitate, via our People API, or through SSO login. If you're using a sync, API, or SSO, your organization's IT team will likely need to be involved with people management, as these use external technologies to provision users. Consider making one of them a people administrator, if not already, so they can assist with changes to the users in the intranet. If no one on your team is sure how accounts are created, the audit log can be checked by an administrator. The audit log can be searched for account creations. The audit category indicates how they were created. For manual and SSO account creations, this will be in People under the subcategory of Add, Delete Users. For LDAP, User Sync, or API, these will be categorized under System and User. It's important your people administrators know how users are being added to the system and are well versed in managing this process or knowing who to speak to with internally if a sync is being used. If your site is not using a sync or SSO to create users, accounts can be added manually in the People application. Go to Admin, People, and select Create New User. Here you'll be prompted to enter key information such as the username, email address, password, and any required profile fields. At this point, you can also define whether the user should be given administrator, power user, or regular access rights. Once created, the user will appear in the People directory and can log in immediately using the credentials provided. This method is particularly useful for smaller sites or where external sync is not in use. Roles and groups are key to controlling visibility, access, and permissions throughout the intranet. A role should be used to define what a user can do, for example, whether they can edit pages, access admin areas, or manage documents. A group should be used to define what content they can see, such as departmental or project-based groupings. Each user can belong to multiple groups and hold multiple roles at once. Roles and groups can be created and managed in Admin, People, Groups and Roles, and users can be added either manually or through a CSV import. Groups can additionally be assigned via a user sync, whereas roles cannot. We recommend planning your group structure around departments or teams, and assigning roles based on the actions users need to perform within this system. Power users have restricted administrative access within only the People application, allowing them to manage certain user-related areas without having full system control. To give power user rights to an individual, navigate to their user profile in Admin, People, open the Other Settings tab, and select Edit Power User Rights. Power user rights can be granted either when an account is first created or any time afterwards. These permissions allow the user to perform essential management actions, including adding new users, creating roles, and setting up new groups. This is a useful tool for delegating day-to-day People administration to trusted users without giving them full sysadmin access. There are two account state types: active and blocked. Active accounts consume one of your user license allocations. This means the user can log in. Blocked accounts refer to users who have had their access revoked. The user cannot be seen in the system or log into it, but their data is retained, allowing them to be reactivated at any time. Blocked accounts do not take up any license allocation, so your site could have hundreds of blocked accounts which are not affecting the active license total. Blocked accounts will not appear on the front end, so can only be located by People administrators on the admin side of the application using the advanced search. Accounts can also be deleted, but this is a permanent change, and once removed, the user account cannot be brought back, so caution should be exercised with deletions, especially as the accounts can be blocked instead. Current license limits will be displayed in the admin side of the People application for systems on Claromentis 9 and above. Use is displayed to keep on top of license availability. Application administrators should block or delete users to free up licenses for new users, or purchase more licenses on Discover if the entire license allocation is used. The system will send a notification to all People administrators once the license limit is reached, so that necessary action can be taken. Once the license limit has been reached, new accounts cannot be created until there is a free allocation of licenses available on the system. If your site is using a sync, the API, or SSO login to create accounts, when the license limit is blocked, any new account over the limit will still be created, but in a blocked state. People administrators will need to free up licenses before being able to make those blocked accounts active. Syncing profiles will be made active on the next sync automatically, but SSO accounts will need to be manually made active by a People application administrator. The way users have been created in the system can also impact how they log in. Manually created users simply access the login page and enter their credentials. Whereas if SSO is in use, there is an option to automatically log in users with these details so they never see the login page. Synced users need to ensure that they select the appropriate domain on the login page to be successful. Error messages can appear when logging in. These have various causes, and the People application administrators can investigate these in the first instance. The audit logs can be used to gather information about specific user login failures that reveal more about the issue that can either be rectified by the administrator or submitted as a support ticket for us to assist with. Typical causes of login failure include wrong password entry, user account blocked due to license limit being reached, or SSO issues. Extranets are an optional feature that not every site uses. This is a way to ring-fence users that may access your site outside of your usual employees, and therefore need to see different information. The quickest way to check whether your site uses Extranets is for a People administrator to open up Admin, People, and see what the statistics area at the top of the page shows. If there is no license limit for the extranet, then extranets are not in use on your site. If there is a limit set, then your site can use extranets. Extranet license limits work in the same way as those for primary users. In terms of the next steps, follow the information provided in this video to identify your People administrators and ensure that they have taken our e-learning course. They need to be confident in how to add new users, make changes to user profile fields, and understand the mechanism that is used for account creation. Ask your people administrators to confirm how users are being created in the system and managed over time, your site's user limits, and how to make requests, how they can make changes to the user profile information, where they export all user data to a CSV, that they can access the audit log and perform searches if extranets are being used.